Good folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Y'all know the drill. So, anywho, last week's episode left off with Chrisean and Blueface. They're doing the lie detector test, right? So Blueface does his lie detector test, and he seemingly passes his lie detector test. But with that being said, it's not as if Chrisean asked him any good questions. You know what I mean? She didn't ask him anything to get into some shit. She just pretty much asked him basic questions. But when it was Chrisean's turn, she, on the other hand, failed with flying colors. And it's crazy because she failed off the premise of the same questions. Blueface had to re-ask her the same question 50 different times, and each and every time she failed the question. Okay? So, now, as you guys know, Zeus had to drag on the episode. So this past week's episode is basically just the fallout from Chrisean failing the lie detector test. Okay, so they spent the whole damn episode in an argument. But what I will say is that this argument was very revealing. Okay, so it kind of confirmed some of my suspicions. We'll go ahead and get into it. Now, I know some of y'all rock hards or whatever the hell Rock's friend group want to call themselves. I know some of y'all gonna be upset with me, but I'm a fan of Chrisean Rock too. So, but I hold no bias. Okay, so I'm gonna call out a lot of shit as I see. Okay, but with that being said, now, regardless to whether or not the lie detector test is accurate, you can look at Chrisean's body language. We all watch the same footage. You can just look at her body language and tell that she was lying. Okay? It's certain things that a person does when they are telling a lie. And I'm talking about regardless to whether or not you're reading a monitor. It's certain ways, it's certain questions where she started laughing nervously. She started moving around, started getting real agitated, visibly uncomfortable. Certain questions, you could just look at her and tell that she was lying, okay? But according to the lie detector test, there were certain questions that she failed, all right? So, she was asked, have she ever did a threesome? Chrisean said no, but the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Okay. She was also asked, was she gay? She said no. The lie detector test determined that it was the truth. But yet, when she was asked, have she ever slept with a woman, or have she ever have a woman ever eating you out, or something along those lines, or whatever. And Chrisean said no, but she failed that question. You see where I'm going with this? So it's like she has this continued line of, this continued failing of the certain questions, right? It's not like the machine is reading her, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is like, no, this motherfucker is failing specific questions, right? And if you pay attention to the previous episodes, like I told y'all before, y'all need to go back and watch my videos so it make sense, right? Because I've been saying this shit. They been talking, Blueface and her have this way of talking in code. Not the segue. I'm gonna bring it back in the circle, okay? So Blueface and Chrisean, they have this way of talking in a circle, talking in, not circles, but talking in code, right? And they were saying, Blueface was saying certain shit about Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was trying to put it out there, but like, once again, Chrisean obviously isn't going to tell the truth about the situation, right? Because now we're here at this lie detector test, and it's certain questions that she failing, right? So anyway, Blueface goes on to ask her, have she, was she's, did she mess with somebody when she went off to, certain destinations, right? One of those destinations being Baltimore. Now, the other destination, she was like, no, she didn't mess with nobody, she passed. But when she was asked about Baltimore, she failed. She said no, but she failed, right? So then Blueface goes on to ask her, did she, was it, the person she had to fling with, was it someone that, did she sleep with someone that she has taken a picture with? So then Blueface asks, she says no, that comes back as a lie, right? So Blueface asks her, was it one of the rappers that she's taken a picture with? Now, Chrisean said no, and that came back as the truth. So Blueface is trying to narrow it down to figure out who it was that she fucked. Fortunately for her, it don't appear to have been someone that he's suspecting, like one of those rappers. Probably, she took a pic. Let's think about it. She took a picture with Rick Ross, Boosie, or, so he, in his mind, you could see him like visibly like checking that off. You could see this motherfucker checking it off. So for me, I'm feeling like, I see that people saying that this whole lie detector test situation was rigged or whatever the case is. But for me, I'm really feeling like Blueface is real deal trying to get some answers. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been saying for the longest that Chrisean Rock is not who everybody thinks she is. And I think that this is his way of vindicating himself, because like he kept saying, he already know the answers, that he already know she lying. And my thing is, she sat up there and kept lying. Like I said, even if this lie detector test was inaccurate, you could say all of that. You could say that that's the case because she prayed it or whatever, whoop de woo. But you could look at this motherfucker and tell, Stevie Wonder could tell she was lying. All them damn motions she was making and how uncomfortable she got when she was asked certain questions, you can tell. But with that being said, and like I said, that's another reason why I feel like Blueface, he was genuine. This for him, this was his, for him, this was a lot. This is something that he really, this was for him. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Because he got in his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth hurts. The truth hurt. Even though she lied about shit, it told a lot. Like, she told a lot in her lies. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, he got his little feelings hurt. And he spent the whole episode degrading her. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and break down this conversation, because there was a lot of interesting things said from both parties, both her and him, that I want to get into. But before I say that, I will say, regardless to whether or not she slept with someone, I understand Blueface's point of view. As hard as it might be for some of y'all to understand, I understand his point of view. It's and he kept saying that it's not about the actions, it's about the lie. Okay? Because if you'll lie about that, you'll lie about anything, right? Chrisean, I don't understand why she just couldn't keep it funky with him. Like, this and this happened. I did this, I did that. But at the end of the day, this is your baby. So if you questioning that, I know 100% that this is your child. There's the DNA test. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I think she made the situation worse by withholding information, because fuck what y'all think. That motherfucker was lying about something, okay? Either way it goes, she wasn't being 100. So on that part, I do understand why Blueface got so mad, because who the fuck want to fuck with somebody that's gonna lie to they blue in the face? And it could be about the smallest shit, some shit that I could have overlooked and forgave you for and moved past it, but because I know that you lie and you gonna keep lying to me, you gonna sit here in front of a lie detector test and you gonna, bitch, it's giving like compulsive at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. A bitch can't. I can't stand a liar either. Another thing that I didn't like about this situation was that the guy who was running the lie detector test, he felt the need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how these things work, but I feel like he was being super fucking judgmental, like putting in his little 2 cents and shit like that. Like, you could look at him and tell he don't get no pussy as it is. Like, you just a judgmental motherfucker. I didn't like that. Like, I like, if I was Chrisean, I would have been mad at him. Because I would have been cussing his ass like, bitch, mind your business. Mind your business. I don't give a fuck what he's saying. Just mind your business, okay? Run this motherfucking machine, and that's it. Just mind your business. I don't know, but that's another thing that made me feel like she was lying too, because it's like she couldn't even get that man that she couldn't get her no smoke. She ain't getting no smoke. She just called him ugly ass when they were walking out. But like, if it would have been me, bitch, I'd have been roasting his ass the whole motherfucking time, bitch. Instead of taking that test, I'd have been focused on his ass. But with that being said, yeah, so they go out to, they leave, they finally leave, they go to the car. You could tell Blueface he tried so hard to play it cool, to keep it player, but homeboy was mad, right? So they get in the car, and this is where a whole hour-long conversation, an hour-long argument take place. But like I said, it was a lot of revelation in this argument, so let's go ahead and get into it. So boom, a few minutes into the conversation, once they get in the car, because at first, Blueface had took a little recording of Chrisean like making fun of her or whatever when they was at the lie detector situation, and Chrisean basically was trying to take the phone so she could delete the video or whatever, because she felt like he was trying to embarrass her or whatever. So then, y'all know how narcissistic niggas do. They sit up there and try to like gaslight you. So basically he sat there and kind of like, try to play it nonchalant, but then he turned, you know what I'm saying? Everything he said was just dripping in salt. Like, he was very salty. It was dripping. It was salty. I got high blood pressure just watching the scene. So he was going in on her, and then boom, he says it. He says, instead of just saying, you was disloyal to a nigga or whatever, you want to lie about it. And this is where Chrisean, this is, like I said, the motherfucker was lying, because this is what she say, I just be with niggas. I just be chilling. I don't be sexually active or nothing. I just be with them. Question mark. You just be with them. Seriously, see, this is the type of shit that, you know what I'm saying, Blueface is talking about. Like, just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, Blueface never lied about the bullshit he does. He does what he does. He presents himself in full person. So it's like, you have the option to walk away if you're not fucking with his vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I would think that if I'm that open and honest about who I am as a person, that the other person would be, you know what I'm saying, my other half would be the same. But clearly not in this instance. Chrisean likes to keep portraying this angelic, Blueface, you're doing me wrong, you're mistreating me, but, this is the shit he's talking about. And Blueface goes on to say that, to accuse Chrisean of, sleeping with everybody while pregnant, saying that she's a thief, a liar, and a cheater. And so Chrisean said, and so then he busts out and say, he was like, all I do is fuck bitches, but you lie and you cheat. Man, this shit funny as hell. It is funny, especially because Chrisean just sit there and she's like, I don't know. It's like they talking in circles. Like, Blue Point, he's saying what he's saying, and to me, he making sense. But Chrisean, like, you know what I'm saying? She like, but what do you mean? But what do you mean? You're being weird. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Do this girl not have no vocabulary? Like, the only thing she know how to say is, what do you mean? Like, you mean to tell me this motherfucker, this dude, he literally repeated himself like several times about the same shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at this point, I feel like, for what it's worth, if we ain't figured out nothing else, we figured out this. We know that Blueface really give a fuck about this motherfucker. He's sitting up here, he talking shit to her, but clearly, like, shit, like, some people, they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really don't understand shit. You know, they learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And Chrisean, she just might be one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting up here and I'm watching a man say certain shit to her, and she just like, but what do you mean? I'm like, girl, I just wanted to like jump inside the damn screen and possess her body so that I could give his ass some damn reads. Like, I could read him for her, because it's like she couldn't, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't, like, I don't know. It was sort of like he was berating a 5-year-old. That's just what it was given. I don't know, child. But anywho, she didn't make it make sense until they arrived at the house, because mind you, he was on her ass, like, you know, white on rice the whole time, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, he made a few points. He did make a few good points, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing can be said for both of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you not liking what is given, just leave. You know what I'm saying? Leave. And then, you know, he was like, you know, he tried to pray Chrisean to leave him alone. Listen, if you really want a person to stop fucking with you, you ain't got to pay them to do shit. You know what I'm saying? But what really got interesting was when they went to talking about this money situation, because it's like everything else he's saying to her, she didn't have any comprehension. But when she went to saying, you know, when he went to saying, oh, you ain't made no money, oh man, that seemed like that woke up a light bulb in her brain. Because bitch, that's the first time that's the first time during this whole conversation that I see her like say something back to him that made sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get into this conversation about the money, the money part of the conversation, because that was real interesting too, I would like to just say this, okay, and wrap it up in a nice bun. Blueface is correct about a lot of the stuff that he says. I don't give a damn what y'all say. He is correct. But his delivery, maybe even the timing, is horrible. Okay? Now, that much I will admit. It's like he has a good fucking message, but the way that he beats it down on Chrisean, it comes off more as like it comes more off degrading. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she can't take it as food if you throwing it at her. You know what I'm saying? She can't take it as nutritious food if you just throwing at her. So with that being said, like, listening to this whole argument, like, yes, bruh is clearly fucking hurt, and he might be petty, but at the end of the day, I'm not siding with neither one of them, actually, because I feel like he's everything that we think he is. He's a narcissist, he's an asshole, you know, he's a cheater. But one thing I haven't seen him do yet is lie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if a person tell you who they is, if a person show you who they is, believe them. And he has not, you know what I'm saying? He has not changed the stripes not one time. He's admitted to what he has done. And clearly Rock has chosen to accept that. You know what I'm saying? So people are like, oh, you know, he treat her wrong, this, that, and the third. But this girl knew what she was getting into from the gate. Both she and Blueface have said this several times, that they're not in a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's always been open-ended on his part. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, I won't say he don't have a right to be upset, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's just is what it is that he got his feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because she slept with somebody one time. I think for him, and I don't even think it's just the fact that she fucked around. For him, I think it's the fact that she lying. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about it. If a person is a compulsive, if a person is a liar, you can't trust them with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because you never know you never know what the deal is with this person. If they say something to you, and you always got to pick through what they saying to figure out what the real truth is. Who the fuck want to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking from the perspective of everybody in general, man, woman, female, it doesn't matter. Who the fuck wants to deal with somebody who lies about nothing at that? Because I feel like as many bodies as Blueface don't collect it in the course of him and Chrisean messing around, I would have just told him like it, I would have just owned up to it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And let him have that. But the fact that she lying, which is what some of y'all is not seeming to fucking understand, is the fact that she sit up here and she lies and she plays victim and she acts like she's just this person, but she's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's the fake shit. It's the fake shit that gets me. And it makes me look at her a whole nother kind of way. And not only just that, it's just the fact that a lot of y'all like to sit up here and say, oh, she put Blueface on. Listen, be real. Most of y'all care about Rock because of Blueface. Okay? And not just because of the music. A lot of people support her because they feel sorry for her. They feel sorry for her because of the way he treats her. Okay? Because of the way she allows him to treat her. So she's always been the victim. You know what I'm saying? He's always been the bad guy. But it just does something to me when I find out that, you know what I'm saying, it's really not what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when a kid find out for the first time that Santa Claus wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? It's just that kind of disappointment, like, damn, Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? I expect her to be like no real angel that fell from out of heaven, but goddamn, girl, you know what I'm saying? To get caught up like this and not stand in your shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have had way more respect for her. She said, yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did. I messed with somebody. But so what? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do compared to all the bodies that you have? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I did me, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I would have had a lot more respect for her, you know, had she just came out and told the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand a lot of what he's saying.
They become saved hoes. Okay.
First, I want to talk about this
they
domestic
just switch
violence
it all
situation.
Up. But now these days, the hoes
like
don't go to church no more.
He
they
started
become
about,
different kinds of
the money situation.
They
She was like, why I don't have a
non-binary,
car,
tri-binary, asexual, trisexual,
that's where some of her truth started coming out. Okay,
sapiosexual.
So she basically says that he should, he's calling her snitch, but he should be hitting on.
I'm attracted to the spirit. I'm attracted to
hitting
the
on her like she's a nigga.
I'm attracted to the bitch. You should have been attracted to all of that.
We all know that
those
this is
mistakes
true,
ago,
right?
Okay,
but what she's not
like
what she's not saying is that she also fights him too. So it's not as if he just sits there and he just beats on her. She did admit though that he was the one that she did say that he was the one who introduced the interrelationship. So clearly,
girl, live your best life.
She felt like she could handle it, or for whatever crazy reason she decided to stay in a relationship. Listen, once you hit me one time, it's over. Bitch, I'm calling 911. I'm calling the feds. And when they come, by the time they come here to the house, your ass gonna be stabbed the fuck up.
She finally
but see, that's how I was raised. My mama was raised me to never let no man put their hands on them.
Bitch,
you know, so some females, they upbringing a little different. And
if you're not smiling,
upbringing, the way you are brought up, it dictates how you are when it comes to relationships, okay? So my mom always told me, you know, my mom was a pro-woman type of chick. She taught her daughters to be kind of strong. So, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that it makes you any weaker because you get into a domestic violence relationship. Sometimes people just know how to control you. But with that being said, you know, she just raised us to watch out for certain things. Now, Chrisean may not have had that same guidance. So for her, she felt like since she can fight back, she stuck it out. But see what that gets you. You know what I'm saying? It don't get you anything. You don't accomplish anything by going toe to toe with your man. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't feel good to have to go toe to toe with a man. Period. Especially the one that you're sleeping with. So yeah, that whole domestic violence situation, you know, to me, we all know that there's been, you know, fights and stuff between them, but the fact that she's throwing it out there like, you know, the man just be beating her like Ike Turner, no, you know, it's not exactly like that. It's not good, but it's not like that. And listen, her ass could have walked away. So while I feel bad that she's having to go through that, she kind of put herself in that situation. Okay, so don't sit up here and play victim, because you could have walked your ass away. Okay, and you don't have to be fighting on a man thinking that your strength can match his, because I don't give a damn. A woman's strength can't match a man's. We're not designed to defeat a man. That's just the way it is. Another thing, the money situation. So she says that she puts everything, she gives control to Blue. And then she, give control. Well, she gives control to Blue. Everything's in his name, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like he's telling her like there's no money or whatever, and saying that, she's running up a tab or whatever, whoop de whoop. She's spending more than she's bringing in. Listen, let this be an example for all you younger girls out there, okay? You can't, listen, it's okay to go half on things. Like both of y'all can put y'all names together on a house, hell, a car even, but I wouldn't even recommend that unless you married. But with that being said, to give somebody the full control of your pockets is crazy, okay? If he's not willing to do the same for you, then don't do that shit. Okay, because look what happens when y'all go to going through it, and he go to dogging your ass out, and you want to leave, you can't leave, because guess what? He has the control of all your finances. You don't want a person mentally, physically, and financially fucking you. You don't want a person having that much power over you. I don't care how much you think you love them. A nigga will be this way towards you, and then as soon as they get tired of your ass, they go to acting another way. Okay, you do not want to find yourself in Chrisean's position. Now, with that being said, she does have the ability to go out there and make her own money, to pull forward. But not all women have that kind of. Not all women are entertainers and make the kind of money Chrisean makes. Not all women can do this. You know what I'm saying? So you don't never want to make yourself that vulnerable. My mom always taught me to keep a nest egg. If you got a type of man that provide and give to you, you take his money too, but you also put something to the side. You always keep you some security, even if it's some skills and some trades. So you can take care of yourself in the event that this nigga leave. But what you don't do is give him the power and control over your pocketbook. You don't do that. It doesn't make sense. Okay? And if you do that, he can always turn around and shit on you, just like Blueface doing Chrisean. Okay, this is not cute. Walking around here calling a grown-ass man your daddy. That's not your daddy. Walking around here giving a man, putting 99 tattoos on your body of him just for him to turn around and disrespect you on public national TV and call you a nationwide hoe while you pregnant with his baby. You don't want to end up in that situation. Okay? We have to learn to protect ourselves and to stand up for ourselves, okay? While Chrisean, she's starting to come around, that nigga still has the nooses in his neck, in her neck. You know what I'm saying? He still have her strung up. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that, she's just a victim. He's a victim too. Cause obviously he cares about her. If not, he wouldn't sit up there and let her put him through all the shit that he's putting him through. Hell, from allegedly, he just caught a damn charge behind her ass. She want to fight while pregnant, and he took the charge. Okay, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He has lost money too. He was lost contracts behind, the whole situation with her. He's been painted out as a villain. So it ain't just him. It's her too. Both of them took a lot of licks in this relationship. It should not have to be that hard, okay? And with that being said, I will continue to follow this, of course. Hopefully we start to see where Chrisean separates herself. She starts to become more independent from him. We do know that eventually she moves out of his house via social media, but perhaps this show is going to show more insight into that. With that being said, I do see that there's a lot of passion there. I just feel like while both of them are stuck in this mind frame that they both in, neither one of them can grow, especially not together, okay? I think sometimes people are better off as separate individuals. Because before Blueface got with Chrisean, he wasn't the world's most hated nigga. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the worst creep nigga in the relationship history of TV, okay? And before Chrisean got with Blueface, we didn't know her. Okay? So with that being said, like, listen, folks, I've said all I can say. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, please like this video. With that being said, I'm out, folks. Deuces. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. If you don't, dislike this video. Hell, comment, talk your shit. Let's start a conversation, people. With that being said, I love you guys. Once again, thank you. I'm out. Bye.